but we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed, bro.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up? It's your boy Levelhead back with another live and Level Gamers podcast. I have my boy with me. What's up, Mr. Norris?
What it do?
Yeah, man. So it's just us. Somebody decided that he's gonna go down to Cancun and put his feet in the sand. So he ain't here tonight. He left us on our lonesome. So we up here representing. But anyway, so K-Bummer's not in the building with us. He's not in these internet streets. He's not in your eardrum. But we are here. Nia, welcome to the show. Hi. Hi. Hi, guys. I prioritize y'all over Xenoblade just so you know. No, you don't, Nia. You probably playing it right now. No, we ain't buying that. No, we not buying that. But welcome to the show. Thank you for being here, Sister Nia. Go ahead and make sure everybody is sit down and, you know what I'm saying, make sure they have an offering envelope to, you know, all those things. You know, make sure that's happening. What's up, D2K? Welcome to the show. Hello. He says hello. Hello, D2K. Welcome. I did see Godzilla X and Kong. It was fire. I thought it was good too. If you just turn your brain off to the story, it was actually pretty good. It wasn't better than Kong versus Godzilla. I thought that fight was better. Scar King didn't live up to that fight, but I thought it was good. Shimu was pretty cool too. Yeah, okay. Nia, what you laughing at, Nia? You make sure you make everybody get to their seats. Take the gum away. Make sure the kids not talking. Hey, we need you to usher. We need those ushers. Offering plates should come around here in a second. But what's up, Norris? What's good, man?
Woo! Life is good, man. You know, I could complain, but I'm not.
I know about one thing you could complain about. I was upset for you. I was like, man. And
What's
been
that?
there, what you said yesterday with your son.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh,
what
man.
in the world? Man, I was,
Been
hey,
there,
go
bro.
to bed. Go to
Been
bed.
there.
Go. It's time to go.
Hey, I have experienced the same thing. Maybe not like you described, but similar. And you be like, where they brain be at? Where your brain at, buddy? But
Man,
anyway,
just
welcome to the show, y'all. So since K-Bum is here, I'll let y'all hear his voice.
But we got smashed, bro.
I don't even know why K-Bum talking about Smash Bros. He doesn't even turn his switch on. I don't even know if that thing works. But welcome to the show. We got a few things we're going to talk about on tonight. We're going to talk about Ubisoft. Did they have a presentation?
No, man, they were just talking. Everybody was talking about those prices.
Okay, yeah, we talk about that. I thought they were supposed to have been showing Outlaws. If I'm not mistaken, they had a trailer for Outlaws, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a trailer. Like I think it was a story trailer.
Okay, I got it.
I watched it.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I'm trying to make sure. We got to also talk about this Discord situation. Discord is not playing. They shutting down everything, ain't they? So we talk about that, and I guess Luigi's Mansion. I'm going to let you lead on that Luigi's Mansion. And then you asked the question, what's a popular game? And I want y'all to kind of jot this down, Nia, D2K, and the rest of y'all listening. What's a popular game? What's a game that you thoroughly enjoyed but do not want to play again? What's a game that you thoroughly enjoyed but you don't want to revisit? And that was an interesting question that Keith, because if they do a remake on on the two I said, one of them I'm definitely not playing again. I don't care if they do a remake on it. I don't want to play it again. So y'all, when we get to that conversation, have that on deck ready to go. What game have you played that you really enjoyed but would not want to return to play it again? K already. He says that was one of mine that I was going to say, Super Mario Galaxy, because I bought it and couldn't. I was like, man, I don't want to play this no more. So,
hey, I 100% at that game. I would never do that again.
Yeah,
I would never do that. That was a good game though, but no, I'm good.
Yeah, I almost Resident Evil 4 remake. I almost was in that category until I played it past that introduction, because the introduction was losing it for me. I was like,
Galaxy?
Resident Evil 4 remake. I was like, I don't want to play this. I don't want.
But
that's
see,
one. Yeah, go ahead, Keith.
But if they do a game, if they go to that extent, I give it a look. I give it a nod. It took a year for me to play Resident Evil, but I give it a nod. Right?
Yeah.
But the way Nintendo be re-releasing their games, same conditions, same graphics, same resolution,
right?
Nah,
that's why I chose the game, because I messed around and bought. Anyway, that's for later. Nia said Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I agree with Breath of the Wild because that was one of mine. That was one I said. I actually did say Breath of the Wild, and but we'll talk about it later. I said Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess. I would never play Twilight Princess again. Never. Unless they did an absolute graphical overhaul like Resident Evil 4. I would never. If they do an HD remake, I didn't buy that one because it was just an HD remaster. No, that game was long and yeah. But anyway, welcome to the show, y'all. As you can see, it's just us two, and we're gonna hold it down without that noisy, interrupting, man, bully that is K-Bum 20. He's a bully. He be on his bully pulpit talking crap, and you got to sit there and endure it. Hopefully, listen.
My microphone is. I'm going on mute. No,
he's a freaking bully. And good riddance. No, that's playing. Anyway, so welcome to the show. Do we need to go into what you've been gaming on? Because I only got one, and I enjoyed what I played, but I only got one. I know we did Hell Divers, but do you want to go into what you've been gaming on?
Yeah, it's the only game I play. It's the only game I had time to play.
Okay, so I want to say this real quick. D2K, so you said you like Godzilla X. You said it was fire. How would you rank it in the monster universe, that universe? How would you rank it? I know it's making crazy money right now. Where would you rank it at real quick before we go into what you've been gaming on? Where would you rank Kong X? Is it New Kingdom? I think it's New Kingdom. Real quick. I know y'all behind, so I'm giving you some time. Have you seen it yet, Keith?
I have not. I wanted to go see it, but I wanted something else to watch, so I decided not to watch anything.
So you said 2? Okay, explain. I'm trying to understand. I know that's a lot of typing. I'm putting you on the spot, D2K. My bad, bro. It's number 2 out of the I think it's 5 now, I guess, because I know Kong is in there. You got the original Godzilla. You got Godzilla King of Monsters. You got Kong. You got Godzilla versus Kong, and then you got Godzilla X Kong, or Kong X Godzilla New Empire. So you saying it's your second favorite? Is that what you're saying? Real quick, and then we go into what you've been gaming on. Because I got. I think my favorite is. I like King of Monsters, but I don't like the people in it. The people make that movie almost unbearable. But I love the fights. I love King Ghidorah and Rodan fight. Best fight of all time. Best fights of all time. Least amount of annoying human. I agree with that. So you said best fights of all time. So you ranked it as number 2. I'm gonna say my favorite is definitely Kong versus Godzilla with Mecha Godzilla. That's my favorite one. That one just that city fight just went hard, and Godzilla going savage mode was just stomping all over Kong's chest. I just made me feel complete in life. I was like, that's it. Yeah, get him. And that smile he had. I enjoyed that movie. The people was annoying, but I enjoyed that movie. I would say this one is a tie between this one and King of Monsters for me. This one and King of Monsters, I put them on the same level because I love the fights in King of Monsters. I love the energy in that movie. The people was just annoying. In this one, it was less people annoyance, but the fights didn't deliver like I wanted it to, Keith. I don't know what it was. The Scar fight didn't live up to what I wanted it to be, but I still enjoyed it. It was dope, but I think I want to watch it at home. Sometimes I went to the theater. It was cool, but I think I want to watch it at home where I can really just take it in and rewind if I want to. So
I was gonna ask what's the difference? Like because most people want to watch movies in the theater.
I did. That's why I went. But you with the kids, it's a lot. It's different. When I get here, I can turn that surround sound up. I can kind of blank out down here on my own or upstairs, and you get to see stuff you miss that you miss because you try to get your kids to sit down and stop making all that noise, and you trying to wake up every other. Anyway, let me talk. So let's go.
Hey, that's me now.
Right. So I fell asleep on one part, but anyway, so Godzilla literally hit Kong with a. That was funny right there. That suplex he put on Kong was pretty dope. He said, "I love watching movies at home." Me too. I'm really becoming. I'm not needing a theater as much as I used to. But anyway, let's get into what you've been gaming on. Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. All right, Mr. Norris, the floor is yours.
Yes,
brother,
sir.
what have you been gaming on?
The only game that I really played was Helldivers with you and K-Bum. And the only other games I've even touched were some mobile games.
Okay.
I got this one game. Since this is the gaming section, I gotta be honest. It's called The Journey. And basically it's kind of like a Find Waldo. I think I talked about it once before on the show. And it's like Finding Waldos. One of them games you play in waiting on the doctor. And then I got another game. It's like Cross Tick. I think that's what it's called. So basically, it's like a crossword puzzle. Well, find the word, and then you take the words with the numbers, and you make the main sentence or whatever. That's it. I think I'm getting old. I don't know what's going on, but my spirit be wanting to play the games. I just come here and look at my computer and be like, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. But I don't know. I'm not even gonna make that. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna go play some. I don't know, but I really want to try to get that No More Heroes played, and I need to finish Cyberpunk. But man, I'd be so tired these days.
No, I don't feel bad, man. This is the same boat with me. So on this past Sunday at the church, I promised the girls that I let them play the game, and my girls are into beat 'em ups. I don't know what's going on. My girl like side scroller beat 'em ups. They are truly leveled head kids, cause I am a beat 'em up fanatic, and my twins love beat 'em ups. Now my oldest daughter, she into the Animal Crossing and Mind Space, and she into those games, which makes sense. But my twins just like punching stuff. So we jumped in. They wanted to play Streets of Rage 4, and they really liked the game. And so we jumped on the Switch, y'all. I turned on my Switch. It's been a minute. It still works. We turned it on and really got it in, man. And I'm like, man, this game is just simple fun. Like I've seen these bosses. I've been through this stage plenty of times, but it don't get old. I'm like, man, I enjoy it every time. I enjoy it every time I see it, play it, and the graphics just continue to look amazing. And so anyway, that's what I played. Also, I played Helldivers with the crew. Let me say this real quick, since he's not here. Might as well get this off because he ain't gonna be able to interrupt me. K-Bun be killing people and not want to own it, y'all. I need y'all to go and harass. I need him to go. No, K-Bum, when it come across the screen and say K-Bum blew you up, K-Bum don't be wanting to own his stuff. But now I don't kill K-Bum more than he killed me, so I'll be honest. But K-Bum try to make you own when you kill him. K-Bum blew me up and then wanted to argue that the computer was wrong. I was like, K-Bum, you blew me up. I don't want to hear that. So anyway, y'all give him a hard time on X. Let him know to stop blowing people up and not owning it. But it got on with y'all. Had a good time on there. But it's just been a lot going on right now, so I haven't been able to get in to gaming like I want to. I want to get back on this Star Wars Survivor. I want to get back on that. And but I haven't had the time to, man. I'm trying to get this ad off. Anyway, let me go back. But yeah, so that's all I've been gaming on. And so that's what you've been gaming on. So anyway, so let's get into these topics. Where do you want to start, my friend?
Let's start with Star Wars, man. Since you brought up Star Wars Survivor.
Okay.
We can start off with this expensive Ubisoft. They out here doing.
Yeah, the most.
They doing the most.
All right, so let me pull it in real quick. So I got the article. So you want me to read it?
Yeah.
All right, so let me read it. Nia, don't grade me too hard on my grammar. How you say that? Star. Anyway, Star Wars Outlaws, expansive gold and ultimate edition with their season passes and early access sparks debate. I've got a bad feeling about this. This is from Wesley Yinpool. I think that's how you say that. Ubisoft has sparked a debate after announcing Star Wars Outlaws, expansive gold and ultimate edition. Expensive. I'm saying expensive. But anyway, expensive gold. Thank you, Keith. Let me slap myself real quick.
Slap yourself.
Yeah. So I knew I was saying it wrong. Like, why am I? That don't feel right. But anyway, expensive gold and ultimate edition, which offers early access and season pass amongst other things. The 109.99 gold edition and even more expensive $129.99 are being criticized by some, not just for costing much more, but for what they include. The gold edition includes the base game, as you'd expect, the season pass, and 3 days early access with a pre-order. That's the $199. I mean the $109.99. The ultimate edition includes all that and 2 cosmetic bundles. The Sabak Sharp bundle and the Rogue Infiltrator bundle, and a digital art book. The season pass adds 2 post-launch story expansions, the exclusive Jabba Gambit mission at lunch, and the Kessel Runner character cosmic pack. It's worth noting that Star Wars Outlaws is a single-player only game, which has caused some to question the need for a season pass at all. By using the word season, Ubisoft suggests there will be more than one. It's also worth pointing out that the base game costs $70 on consoles, which means Ubisoft values the season pass and early access at $40 and the cosmetics and digital art book at $20. Ubisoft has yet to detail the 2 post-launch DLC included in the season pass. So, Keith, your thoughts?
Ubisoft, have you lost your mind? Now, they do this. Anytime you see a Ubisoft game come out, they always got like this ultimate, yada, 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 yada. Even with, what's the game? The Avatar. I think they did it with Prince of Persia. So this isn't something out of the norm for Ubisoft, but those prices are crazy for a game that nobody's played. We don't know much about. The game may not even be that good. I think this is bad, kind of bad practice in my opinion on how they decide to push this narrative. I'm online right now, looking at the pre-order, and it's like either they believe that these games are so good. Like Skull and Bones had the same thing. Skull and Bones, out of all the games, had the same thing. Look, you can get this premium edition and all this other stuff, but I think they got rid of all that stuff. But it's like Ubisoft, y'all got to chill with that. I don't like that, especially when a game hasn't. This is a brand new game, basically a brand new IP for you, and it's not even proven, and you're trying to basically price hike. Like, put the game out. If people play it, then start adding more. But the stuff that they're talking about, it's like, we promise we're gonna do more. Just go ahead and give us $130, probably $140 when you get through with it. Go ahead and give us some money, and we promise on the back end that we got you. No, this game could suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, because even $70 is a lot.
Yeah, $70. Yeah.
And honestly, Ubisoft don't really have the track record for doing stuff like that. You know, they're not Rockstar. They're not Naughty Dog or somebody like that who could say, hey, this game, because even those companies would get pushed back. Well, Rockstar probably wouldn't get pushed back with GTA 6 if they was like, it's $130. But no, Ubisoft, y'all can't do that. Like, you did your last game that you released outside of Prince of Persia was Skull and Bones. You can't say that. You got to simmer down. So no, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, it seems like that is I'm trying to. Let me ask you this: you are more familiar. I don't too much dabble into DLC and expansion packs and all that type of stuff. Do you feel like the value is there, or is it not?
No.
So it's not. So basically, they just hoping people are gullible enough to get to play it early, and they willing to spend that. So they basically basing this on the early access.
Early access, and the idea of buying Ubisoft Premium, that $20 a month thing. If you do that, you don't have to worry about buying the game. So
okay, explain.
The way So they got a subscription service, kind of like Game Pass, right?
Oh, okay.
Where you can have access to that. And I'm thinking, as I'm talking this out, that they're price hiking this stuff up to say, hey, I really want to get this Ultimate Edition or the Gold Edition, but I don't want to pay that price. Let me subscribe. And then they have a new subscriber. They could talk about their subscriptions, how many players they got. So I think that's why they're pricing their things that way. I don't like it though, because for me as a gamer, first put your game out and let your game speak for itself, and then I'll come back and say this needs more value. Like when Cyberpunk was doing all of this stuff, their free DLC, and then they released the thing with Idris Elba, I was like, absolutely, I'm going to put my money down because the base game is quality. I don't know if this is quality. Star Wars Outlaw. It don't even look that good, honestly. I know you were hyping it up, but for me,
I wasn't hyping it. Now don't do.
You were hyping it up.
I was trying to give it a fair, because I knew you and K-Bum was like, all I see is Ubisoft traits with all the dots and a whole bunch of stuff all over the screen. I was just trying to give it a fair shake. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but y'all was like, it looked like a Ubisoft game. I was like, man, are y'all doing that because it is a Ubisoft game? But I'm with you. I ain't defending it. I need to see more than what I've seen. Put it like that.
That samurai game that just came out that looked like a Ubisoft game. I don't want to play that because it looks like a Ubisoft game, and that ain't got nothing to do with Ubisoft. It just looks like their
you talk about Rise of
DNA. Rise of Ronin, yes. Yeah. It just looks like their DNA. I don't want to play their stuff. I don't know what happened. I used to like champion Ubisoft, especially when they was doing their stuff with the Wii and the Wii U. I used to be like, man, Ubisoft, they're very creative. What's that one game with the gun and the sword? I can't think of the name of it right now, but I was like, that's
Red
Steel.
Red Steel, yeah, Red Steel.
I thought Red Steel 2 was amazing, but now they're real cookie cutter. Fill the world up with stuff to do, but ain't really nothing to do.
So they basically trying to milk the Star Wars brand with these prices. They're
either trying to milk it or they're trying to get you on that Ubisoft Premium Plus. Ubisoft Plus Premium.
I'm gonna have to look up that because I don't, like I said, I'm not as familiar with the with that new. I guess what you're talking about. I haven't been keeping up with much of anything Ubisoft lately. I can't even think of the last Ubisoft game I've actually even bought. I think it was Mario versus Rabbids. The first one is the last Ubisoft game that I bought. Nia says the last Ubisoft game I really just played like that was Rainbow Six Siege. Okay. Yeah, it was Rabbids. It was Mario Rabbids, the first one, and I enjoyed it. But as I got to stage 9, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't feel like there's no more. I did all the turn basing I'm gonna do. I mean, all the strategizing I'm gonna do.
I ain't got no more.
Yeah, I didn't have no more in me, man. It was fun It was fun at first, but I was like, man, it lost whatever it had. It lost it at about 8th, 9th stage. It just started getting too long, and it was getting harder, and it wasn't fulfilling, so I put it on to the left. But so I haven't really been tuning in to Ubisoft other than I forgot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I forgot all about this game.
Oh, really?
I had forgot all about this game until about a couple of weeks ago when they started talking about the story and all that. When they was talking about showcasing it and all that, I totally forgot. And I was like, dang, yeah, that's right. Where that's been, So
when it come out?
It comes out. Let me see.
August 27th.
August the 3rd. August 30th. August 30th. Star Force
30.
Outlaws available August 30th. So I don't know. I need to see more. But no, I'm definitely not buying the expansions. I'm not. No, $120, $29, $100 and what is $100 and what was that? What was the cost of that?
30.
Yeah,
29.
Trying to see where is that. Yeah, $109.99 for the gold edition. $129.99 for the more expensive. What is that? The ultimate edition? No, I'm not buying all that. They might not even get to 70 from me.
Hey, and for the record, I enjoy DLC on games that deserve it.
Right.
And I'm not saying this game doesn't deserve it. I think that all this gold edition, ultimate edition, like you gotta chill with that. I went back and I bought the DLC for Watch Dogs 2. I thought Watch Dogs 2 was an amazing game that Ubisoft created. And I went back because I was like, oh, I want a little bit more of this. Like they had already proven, so I went back and bought the DLC, but I wasn't trying to do all that up front. What if that game was trash like the first one?
Right.
The first game wasn't that good. So you think I'm gonna drop $130 for the promise? I'm good.
So the seasonal pass gets you this game or it gets you any Ubisoft game?
It gets you everything.
And that's...
Oh, wait. You talking about... Yeah, the season pass gets you everything.
So you get all Ubisoft titles under that?
that plus premium.
And that's
Ubisoft,
$40 a month.
$20. Well,
20
$17.
17. Because I'm looking at it says it's also worth pointing out that the base game costs $70 on console, which means Ubisoft values the season pass and early access at $40 and the cosmetics and digital art book at $20. So I'm trying to understand, is the season pass $40 or am I misunderstanding that?
Oh, they're saying if you buy it outright, if you buy the Ultimate Edition, so if you put the numbers together, well,
Okay.
that's the Gold Edition. That'd be like 110, and then if you add the 20, that's 130.
Right. So the season pass is they valuing it at $40.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's a monthly payment, or that's not a one time.
No. All this is a one-time payment.
Oh, so once you get the season pass, you get access to all the games. Period.
Oh, you confusing me.
I'm confused too.
If you pay the 130, you get everything for this game.
Oh, okay. But the season pass is that's a continuing cost.
Yeah. So whenever they put out the season pass, it could be a year from now. Whenever they put out the extra expansions and stuff like that, you can automatically download it because you've already purchased it.
Got you. I don't know, man. I don't like Ubisoft like that, so I don't see me taking advantage of it. So, what y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. Nia just said she hasn't played anything Ubisoft since Rainbow Six Siege. Let me know what y'all think. Is Ubisoft tripping, or are we missing the point? They trying to make this money, and they need us to buy stuff for them to make the money. So let us know. Where was I going? So where are we going next? We want to talk about Discord?
Yeah, we can talk about Discord.
Okay. All right, so go ahead.
What's funny is I was turning on Discord and I opened up Steam. I was turning it on to see if you had logged on. I was like, what? This Steam? I'm tripping.
So this is an article dealing with the situation with emulators with Nintendo and Discord. It said Discord is nuking Nintendo Switch emulator devs and their entire servers. The Yazoo story, is it Yuzu? How you say that? Yuzu story isn't over. And this is Sean Hollister. It says Discord has shut down the Discord servers for the Nintendo Switch emulator. Is it Soyu?
I would say Suyu.
Ooh, they gonna get sued? No, anyway, Suyu and Sedekako. I don't know how to say that. Saducci? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, don't laugh at me, y'all. I don't speak. Anyway, and has completely disabled their lead developers' accounts. And the company isn't answering our questions about why it went that far. Both these two individuals began as forks of Yuzu, the emulator that Nintendo sued out of existence on March 4th. Discord responds to and complies with all legal and valid Digital Millennium Copyright Act's request. In this instance, there was also a court-ordered injunction for the takedown of those materials, and we took action in a manner consistent with the court's order. Reads part of the statement from Discord Director of Product Communications, Kelly Sloan, to the Verge. The developer of Suyu and Saducci, I feel pause. Anyway, let me stop. Only received vague messages about how they were sharing content that what did I say? allegedly violates intellectual property rights according to images shared with The Verge. Meanwhile, Discord tells us that it's following its normal process for DMCA takedown requests, but it's not at all clear there was a valid DMCA takedown request, or that those communities were actually violating IP rights, and it's quite possible Discord isn't following its own policy by kicking them out. Remember, Nintendo got Yuzu to settle rather than providing its case in court, or proving its case in court. And the settlement did not give Nintendo the right to Yuzu's freely copyable GPLVG3 code. I don't know what that is. Developers of Yuzu Forks also claimed they were changing the code further, among other practices, in an effort to avoid pissing Nintendo off, and the code wasn't hosted on Discord in any case. So, you want to continue, or that's enough?
I think that's good.
Thoughts?
I think Discord is like, hey, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problem. We don't want no paper trails. We get this stuff off our servers. What are y'all doing? We don't want no.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what this is. This is y'all. I'm not getting sued for y'all.
Yeah, like why would you even like? No, you gotta no. So yeah, Discord just protecting themselves, and I don't blame them. After Nintendo destroyed that company, like Discord is huge, and they don't want to have no
liability. They don't want no backdoor lawsuit coming towards them. Like y'all aided and embedded
exactly
Yuzu. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
So if you're looking for a Nintendo Switch emulator, you can't come to Discord. So and to be honest, man, just let it go. At this point, just let it go.
You mean let go of emulation, or let go of
the Nintendo Switch emulators? Like let it go. Come back later.
Okay, I got what you're saying. I mean, even though I'm in this gaming space, I consider myself a somewhat of a casual. I'm not as hardcore as I used to be. So, and I'm definitely not on the emulation stuff. So I didn't even associate Discord, and I guess I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how that's happening on Discord. How are they accessing the emulators on Discord?
You can share files and stuff.
Oh,
right?
okay. I see what you're saying. So I'm only use Discord to talk to you guys. I don't really use it beyond that function. So so basically they like, look, we seen what Nintendo did to Yuzu, and we not trying to get none of that. We not trying to find some way that we are culpable and complicit in anything related to Yuzu. Get this crap off our platform. Get it off. Matter of fact, forget that. We gonna take it off. Now, I don't blame them. I can't get mad at them at all. Honestly, I can't get mad at them.
Permaban.
Huh?
But yeah, I don't blame them either. Just like, because the way I see it with the whole emulation thing, just Nintendo's still making money off the Switch, despite how you feel about, not you, but just how people in general feel about the condition of the games that's coming out. Like, it's pretty much over. We're gonna kind of touch on that with that next topic, but it's over. Blah blah blah. But even when Nintendo, when they first dropped it, they was already putting it on there. And I get it. And I'm just like you in this regard. I want to see these games at higher resolution, 60 frames per second if it can do it. I'm just like the next man. But if you're infringing on somebody's IPs that and causing them to lose money, then you're gonna run the risk of putting yourself in harm. Other than Nintendo's ninjas,
Right.
of them blades when they come striking. So
Right.
just come back later. These games come back later when Nintendo don't even care no more. You know,
Yeah,
like I don't even care what y'all doing with them Switch
go
games.
to that Wii U. Hey, make what they call that when you make the Wii
The
U.
Dolphin.
No, where you make it a platform for doing that type of stuff. They call it something when you gotta program the system to run that stuff.
A crack or a hack Wii U?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, use your Wii U. Don't mess with Switch stuff. But
Right.
so because they not playing, they clearly they not moving on from the Switch just yet. So leave the Switch alone. Go make that Nintendo's Wii U. Nintendo was founded by the Yakuza. Don't mess with them. Hey, you talking about that? Okay, all right. So you telling they got mob ties? That's what you saying, D2K.
It's like the cartel.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't blame them. Discord doesn't need no blowback. They don't need to be falsely wrapped up in something that they had no part to play, and it doesn't serve them any purpose. It's not making them any money. So why take the chance of leaving this stuff on our platform and letting these backdoor, letting folks get through the back door when you could just shut all that down? Because like D2K said, and like you said, Keith, Nintendo ain't playing. They not playing, and they gonna go at anybody that seem to be eating into their revenue. And so I'm if I was Discord, I would have been shut it down, but I definitely shut it down after what they did. They didn't even get to court. They like, look, man, take everything. We do what you want to do.
We can't win. We can't win. Y'all got it.
Right. So they they worse than J. Cole right now. Anyway, look, why did I do that?
Oh my goodness.
They apologized, said I'm gonna stick my chin out. I ain't gonna even.
Oh my goodness.
Why did I do that?
I
apologize, J. Cole fans.
Side note. Did Drake ever respond?
Supposed to be responding tonight, and I'm hearing it's supposed to be fire. But I want to hear it as a hip hop connoisseur of that. I do want to hear what Drake gonna say. I feel wrong for wanting to, but I do. I want to hear what he gonna say. But he can't touch Kendrick anyway. That's a whole nother conversation. Drake don't want to see nothing with no Kendrick, man. He better.
Apologies. I know I'm emo.
He better follow J. Cole's lead and let that alone. But anyway, yeah, I can't get mad at Discord at all. Y'all are not gonna get us wrapped up in y'all mess. Get this crap off here. Matter of fact, exit left, stage left. Get off our platform. I don't blame them. And like you said, y'all that take advantage of that, come back later. You know, it's not a good look right now. So let's go to this next one. And this is Keith just came with all the topics tonight. I didn't have much tonight. This one right here I found interesting. And
so
go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
No, you
so I saw this one, and at first I was like, yada 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 yada, whatever. Oh, this might be very interesting. So, as Luigi's Mansion's 2 Switch release is repeating Nintendo's history. I'm gonna go down in the article a little bit.
Where you going?
It says,
I'll follow you down.
To the meat.
Okay.
With Luigi Mansion's 2 HD releasing the Switch this summer, Nintendo is repeating history in a telling way. While it can be easy to read too far into such things, there are noticeable trends in how and when Nintendo has chosen to release certain titles. It's no surprise why Mario and Zelda titles come early in the lifespan of a company's console, if not at launch. This isn't so much a trend as it's simply a wise business move. I agree. Mario and Zelda are household names that are sure to generate sales of both the games and the new hardware. What about the end of a console generation, when Nintendo was already working on titles that would lead the new era? For example, Kirby games traditionally came near the end of a console's life. Remember when I said when that last Kirby game came out, I was like, "Ooh, it's almost over."
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah. Nostradamus over here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
No, I was like, man, it's almost over. And it's been, what, 2 years?
Nostradamus, anyway. Now, you was on it. You was on it. Now, real talk.
Kirby's Adventure was released on the NES 3 years after the release of the SNES console, just as Kirby's Dream Land hit stores over a year after the release of the Nintendo 64. However, Kirby Star Allies broke that trend, releasing 1 year after the Switch debut. The remaster of Luigi's Mansion 2 may be an indicator that a new console is coming soon. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't follow it enough to know the trends. So I'm gonna have to follow your lead because I was like, I never noticed none of this.
Really?
I don't pay attention to it like that.
I always notice when Nintendo is releasing certain games, like this Princess game.
Yeah.
Like they're putting out a Princess game. Like it feels, and I'm not saying that they're like not quality titles, but they're digging in the bottom of the barrel. They release they're releasing Thousand Year Door. It's a lot of games that had cult followings that they're releasing, right? To kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold you over. I think if I can find a better word, but these games are holding you over until they announce
to keep your attention, to keep you engaged, even though they know they're giving you sparse and not necessarily top quality stuff, but it's enough to, I guess, keep you interested a little bit. And for me, as far as that, no, I was saying with these particular titles, I never noticed, like with the Kirby. I remember you saying what you said, but I never put, they released Kirby's. This is a sign that we at the end of the life cycle, and that then them breaking that trend. But Princess, what is that? What's the name of that Princess Toad game they just released?
Give me line. Princess Showtime or something.
Yeah, Showtime, right. Showtime is a clear indication that we on the final stretch. Matter of fact, they have moved on. It just hasn't come into fruition when it's going to hit the market. But clearly Nintendo has moved on from this particular Switch. All these titles is just holding us in place until that thing comes. So from that sense, I saw the signs of that at the last year's last Nintendo Direct. Let me know that was it, and that's what I was looking for. This is it. What bothered me is that I thought it was going to be coming this year earlier, and I'm thinking we're not going to see it this year at all. Based on what I'm seeing, I don't think we're going to see it this year at all. So, I know we at the end of the Switch life, and I know this is it. And they about to exit with this version of the Switch. That's clear as day. But when the other one's coming, if it's next year, that was the only thing that's kind of deflating for me is coming next year. But so that means I'm probably not going to be buying anything on the Switch until next year. I won't be buying anything Nintendo related probably until next year. They may shock us in the summer, but I don't really think I'm getting anything else for the Switch. So I saw the doors was closing, but this was an interesting article. I didn't ever notice those type of happenings towards that points to where they are with the life cycle of the system. I know because on the Wii they released Skyward Sword at the end of the life cycle, and that was odd to me. We all knew that the Wii was about to wrap up, but they put Skyward Sword in that space, which in my mind, I was like, man, why wouldn't you save Skyward Sword for your new system? See what I'm saying?
I think I know why. I thought about this when it came out. I was like, oh, they finally got it working. that controller. Yeah. I think they wanted to put that game out a long time ago, but them controls were not working. So I think that's what happened. But you can typically tell. What was it? Twilight Princess. I agree. A game I would never play again from what you said earlier.
Yeah, we got to go into that topic right now. That's what we're about to hit up next. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Twilight Princess was GameCube and Wii, and then you had Sunshine, and then you can just tell the trends.
I never played Sunshine.
Breath of the Wild. You never played Sunshine?
I never play it again.
Oh, okay.
I play
like,
N64.
You never played? I was like, what?
Maybe a family business.
No, I played it.
Will always have a seat at our
I would never play it again. What is that
business
coming
deposits,
from?
Loans for expansion and growth.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Processing, vendor payments.
What was I saying?
It's more
With Breath of the Wild, then we finally got the Mario game, and then we finally got Tears of the Kingdom, which we typically don't. Well, we typically don't get sequel Zelda games, right? That was different. I actually kind of appreciated that. And that game was so good that I'd never play Breath of the Wild again. I'm sorry,
right?
I couldn't. I'll never do it again. But anyways,
I think you're right about Skyward Sword coming towards the end of the Wii was because they figured they finally, or they got it to work like they wanted to, and I think that was Miyamoto's desire for the Wiimote to be simulating the sword, be a simulation of the sword and the, I guess, the nunchuck, the shield. So, to me, they did that game a disservice. Me personally, I was just like, look, let's just hold off or give the Wiimote nunchuck controls to the Wii U because you still had the Wiimote nunchuck controls there. Just put it on the Wii U and let them continue to use that setup. But
that's true.
Because it made, to me, you could have gave it the power. It was an ugly game, y'all. It was an ugly game. Let's just be real. It looked bad on the Wii. It could have got a better graphic overhaul. It could have been a good game to launch the Wii U with. Instead of launching it with when Nintendo Land and Zombie U, Zelda Skyward Sword would have been the perfect launch game for the Wii U. That would have, look at what Breath of the Wild did for the Switch. Skyward Sword is not a bad game. I enjoyed it. There's a lot in Skyward Sword that I liked. Only thing I didn't like was the controls. I didn't like the controls. If I had the option of playing with the Wiimote nunchuck or playing with the regular controller, I would have played with the regular controller. But that whole game was built around the Wiimote and nunchuck. I got Skyward Sword upstairs, HD upstairs. I threw it in, Keith. I literally, and this is a good segue into the topic you was talking about. Man, look, y'all, don't. Sometimes you could be in such a drought, which at that time we was in such a drought in games. I wasn't playing anything, not even on my PlayStation 5, and I just wanted something to play that was in that vein, like a Zelda or something like that in that vein. I wanted that itch after Breath of the Wild, and I literally, K-Bum here, y'all. K-Bum here. He gonna hear what I said, D2K. He said, "Oh, really, D2K? They were letting it fly since I wasn't there to defend myself." D2K, why you saying something? Why you putting it in? D2K, delete what you just said and then don't let them see. Oh, he gonna go back now. I'm gonna have to answer to all this stuff. Oh, D2K, why you do me like that? D2K, you leaking, man. You leaking like oil. I didn't say nothing, K-Bum. I didn't say anything over here. Anyway, so I bought the game, man. I was watching YouTube videos, bro. This is what happened. Why I went and bought that game. I was watching YouTube videos, and I was like, it does look better. I might want to get back into that, man. I went out there and bought it. It was $59.99. I went out there and I was upset. I'm like, man, this game is old. It had been out for a minute. Like a few years. I didn't buy it when it first came out. It was maybe a couple of years after it had been out. And it was still $59.99. I bought it and tried to take it back, but I bought it from Best Buy. So all I could do was get what I get another copy of it because Best Buy I don't think they give you your money back from what I remember. So I was stuck with it. I didn't take it out the plastic key for almost 7-8 months. When I finally put it in, I said, I don't want to play this. And I felt absolutely stupid. So, segueing into that topic, I asked the question earlier, what are some great games or good games or quality games that you played that you absolutely would not play again? What'd you say, K-Bomb? Free speech. What are some great games that you have played that you would not play again? You do not want to play again, even though you thoroughly enjoyed it. Go ahead, Keith.
So when I originally said this, I think I said this in the chat. Majora's Mask. I love Majora's Mask when I was young. To me, it broke the traditional standard of Zelda by going to get the 3 items. Then you open up the world, and you got to go get 6 items or whatever the next thing is. Majora's Mask didn't do that. Well, did it? I think you did have to do 3 things. You had to do something, but the time, going back in time and doing all that stuff made it different. You know, the time travel. You had to, and then you learn songs over time. You can slow time down. You can reverse. It was so many elements to that game, and there were only really 4 worlds to Majora's Mask. It wasn't a huge game compared to like Ocarina of Time and any other Zeldas afterward. But it was a dope game. There was a relationship that you had to put these 2 people together, or I think if you messed it up, like that was a part of a sequence. But all of the items that you did, because you only had 3 days, all of the items all the things that you did and collected the items, you retained them. But every time you go back to the first day, the game reset. So if you collected a bunch of bombs, arrows, so on and so forth, everything reset, but you maintained the items. And that game, I 100% in Majora's Mask, and I would never do it again. That's the game that has the Fierce Deity's mask in it. And once you get the Fierce Deity, man, there's no boss that can stand next to you with the Fierce Deity's mask. It's dope, but I would never do that again. I would never do that again. But I love how they broke the mold. I love the dark tone of Majora's Mask. I love the little kids in Majora's Mask. They was little bad little kids, but they was cool. I think they're kind of in Wind Waker. But yeah, man, Majora's Mask was a dope game that I would never touch again. Never.
Now, D2K brought up some good ones, and I want to ask you this real quick before I bring up what D2K, because I got an interesting thought with what you just said. Now, you said you would never, you do not want to play Majora's Mask ever again, right?
Right.
If they did a total graphical overhaul, I mean, everything is redone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider going back through it?
Yeah, I consider it.
Okay, so go ahead. Go my bad. I interrupted. Go ahead.
The one of the things that they would have to add is voice acting.
Okay. Oh well, then you're not playing that no more.
Then I ain't playing it.
Okay, the reason I asked is because I think you could throw any Zelda game up there for me. The only Zelda game that I know I would go back and play, and I did do Wind Waker. I replayed Wind Waker when they did the HD on the Wii U. The only Zelda game that I have played, and I got to make a confession here in a second, that I may consider playing through again is Ocarina of Time. And that's because it was so long ago, and when I played it, I don't think I fully appreciated what I was playing. I knew it was awesome. I knew it was amazing, but I don't feel like I really let the lore and the story sink in. I was just playing it. I'm gonna be honest, that was really my first introduction. my first real introduction into the Zelda universe. I had played other Zelda games, but never really got into them, especially on the NES and the Super. I never played any Zeldas on the Super NES. So the only Zelda game I played on the NES was the second one, whatever that one was. I played that one. I remember the opening scene, and I never really played any other Zelda until Ocarina of Time. So, I would definitely play Ocarina of Time again, even if it was just an HD. I think I would, because I even wanted to get the 3D one when they redid it on the 3DS. I wanted to get that one. I wanted to play it because I just wanted to remember. That game was really fun, but in my memory, but you spend so long ago, you kind of forget certain aspects of it. It was my favorite game outside of Mario 64. Those two games were my two favorite games of all time up to that point. Like, there was nothing to me that touched Ocarina of Time. Like, that game blew me away in so many ways. I didn't think a game could be that compelling and that interesting to me. Like, I couldn't get enough of the set pieces. I didn't really know what was going on and the who's and the what's. But I was there for all of it. When Link shows up and Zelda is riding off on a horse with what's her name? Impa. And they riding off. And you see Ganon. I mean, when you finally get out of the forest, man, yeah. Like, what is this? This is fantasy. Like, this is amazing to me. Time and the castle, and then you grow up. I was like, oh my. So yeah, I go back and play that one. I would never, just with an HD upgrade, there is no other Zelda game that I think I would play other than Majora's Mask, and that's because I haven't Impa. Yeah, I haven't played it. That's my confession. I have never played Majora's Mask, and I'm gonna tell you why. I thought it was just, you know how sometimes Nintendo never really made games in the same universe like that. That was a first, like where they came back that quick with a continuation and with that same visual on the same system. And I just thought it was like featherweight. I didn't think it was nothing worth my time, right? How they described it, you in the same world, you on a time schedule, and I didn't think it had much to offer. Little did I know that it's probably one of the best Zelda games created. So I missed that game. So when they talking about all these remakes, that's the one I be wanting them to remake, is Majora's Mask, because I never played it. But I would never play Breath of the Wild again. I don't care if they did it in HD and overhauled it all the way. I would not play it.
HD.
Yeah, it already is. I'm talking about if they did it like what we was looking at, that 4K stuff, where we was like, oh my God, I still wouldn't play Breath of the Wild again. The ending the ending, man. The ending just did not wrap up, and I don't care to see the Wild Hog running in greater graphics. It just, when the ending was deflated me so much that I questioned everything that I played before. I don't know if you felt that way, but Breath of the Wild boss fight was so underwhelming for me that it made me mad. I was upset that all this glory, all this goodness, all this fun that I was having wrapped itself up on that end. And it was like all this weight, all this fret, all this worry, the calamity, all this was for this boss fight. That's it. Like, I'm thinking of Ocarina of Time. I'm thinking of Wind Waker. I'm thinking of even Twilight Princess. Like, all these endings were epic. And you get there, and it's the final form was trash, and then you go to an even more trash fight with the I guess him going into his beat his wild boar whatever look. I was like, bro, this is weak. Like I beat Ganon the first when you fall down in the castle and you see Princess. I beat that so quick, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of lost on intentionally just to drag it out a little bit because I was like, man, this can't be this easy. And then I'm like, this is easy. I can beat this so easy. I lost 2 times, and I end up beating them. And I'm like, okay, then the second fight got to be something crazy. You go up, is a big old boar, and you shooting the legs with Zelda. And that was it. And I was like, this can't be it. And it deflated me. So I would never play Breath of the Wild. I don't care how beautiful it looks. I would never play that game again unless they overhauled the final boss fights. The boss fights had to change for me.
No, give me my elephant. Give me my elephant. I don't care. I need my elephant. I need to see Zelda. I was reading her comment. I need to see Zelda and Link walking through wherever they was finna go. I don't care about the depths. I like that. Leave that. That's cool. Leave that right there. I need to see them going wherever they was finna go. I need that gap to be filled. And when that DLC came out and they didn't do that, I was like, man, come on, man. Yeah. Nintendo.
Yeah, they duped us big time on all that stuff. That was an absolute deflation. Now I would play Tears of the Kingdom again if they overhauled it with crazy visuals. And it's looking like what we were seeing I would play Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom will get played again because there's a lot that I didn't even do in Tears of the Kingdom. I kind of stayed on the main course because you was rushing me because you was beating it. And I'm like, I'm not being left behind. I want to talk about the game same time Keith talking about it, which I still didn't get a chance to do. So I went on and beat it, and I spoiled myself. I already knew where the sword was, and I was I accidentally spoiled myself on Twitter at that time. But I would play that game again. It's a lot that I would do in that game that I didn't do in this one. I would do it in an HD remake. I would play Tears of the Kingdom again.
And that's kind of why I haven't touched that game. And I be wanting to go in there and play it sometimes, but then a part of me is like, I feel like they might come back with this game, so I'm gonna slow down. I ain't gonna touch it. So next time I play it, it's gonna feel more still up to date because I only played through it that one time. So
yeah, another one that I wouldn't play again. And D2K brought it up, and I'm gonna read some of what D2K put down here. Games he played, he wouldn't play again. I got to go back up and find all of where he said. Oh, there it is, right there. So, Mario Sunshine. Can I be honest with y'all? I hated Mario Sunshine. I thought it was trash. I like Flood, but I thought Mario Sunshine was cheap. A cheap, trashy game. The final boss was dismal. It was uninspired. Some of the stages was just didn't work for me. I got tired of going to the aisles, and then when you would go into you'll fall into the warps and actually play more of a 64 type stage. Those were the stage I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy Sunshine at all. I hated them stages. I hated the bosses. I did not like Sunshine. I'm gonna be honest. I don't look fun on Sunshine at all.
I enjoy Sunshine. I'm not going to say that word because I can't say that word fast. So I'm going to say I enjoyed SS. Mario SS. I can't say
Mario
that.
Sunshine.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was different enough. I remember when it first came out, I was like, heck no, man, this is not what we want for a sequel. But something about it had its own little charm. It had their own little stages. The Delfino, what was it called? The Delfino?
Delfino,
yeah. It had its own little charm. I appreciated Mario SS.
No, I didn't.
But I'll
No.
say this: I even it's out on the Switch. I didn't buy it, so maybe I'm the same way.
No, I mean it's Mario Sunshine is not as good as people try to make it be. Not in my opinion. It was underwhelming in a multiple ways. It was underwhelming. It did not live up to 64, in my opinion. 64 with Cooper and the pictures and the set pieces and the final boss fight, everything was epic. Everything was awesome. Sunshine felt like we got a powerful system. We gonna try to make Mario, and I appreciate the attempt, but it just did not do it. It did not. And it's like, man, as you got farther,
like the water physics.
I did like the water physics. That was what I meant about the graphics. The graphics and the physics was dope. Everything else constructed around it wasn't. Like the stages was just uninspired. They were boring. The stages were boring, man. I'm trying to think of all of them. Like, it just wasn't like 64. 64 just had a depth and a like Nintendo was in their bag on Mario 64. They were in their bag. This was something different. This was Mario 3 like level, like taking Mario to a whole nother level, like Mario 3 did. Even though I like Mario Mario World on the Super NES, I think Mario 3 was set the bar though. Like Super Mario World is just Mario 3 with better graphics and a cape. Mario 64 to me set the bar like Super Mario 3. Sunshine, it dipped. It dipped for me. Now, Galaxy was dope. I like Galaxy. I like Galaxy a lot more than I thought I would. And if they did a super duper graphical overhaul, I may give Galaxy another try. I would never play Mario Sunshine again. Nope. Not at all. I would. They can. And Mario 3D World is another one that I wish I would have never bought. I only bought it to try out that. Again, like I did with Zelda HD, with Zelda Twilight Princess. Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Watching too many YouTube videos and talk myself into getting it 4 years after it came out. And didn't like none of it. I don't like Mario 3D World. I don't like the controls. I don't have the freedom and the range that I'm accustomed to with a 3D Mario. And I enjoyed it for what it was on the Wii U. But no, they can keep all that. They can keep all that.
A-Bum brought up something very interesting. First, I'm going to disagree with D2K. I'm going to just do that real quick.
What he said?
He said Mario 3 is the pinnacle of 2D Mario. And we all know that's Super Mario World.
Yeah,
Mario 3 is GOAT, though. It is.
That's why I said it's at the bar, but I would say World outdid it. I say World outdid
World, though.
But Wonder is better than World, in my opinion. Wonder's better than World.
I haven't finished Wonder, so
I haven't finished it either. But and it's because we got a lot pulling us. Mario Wonder got a lot to fight with. We got on that Resident Evil 4, then we went to Helldiver, and I haven't back to Mario Wonder since. But if I just go off of Mario Wonder is better than World. It is. It's better than World.
I don't know.
Well, let me see. D2K said Banjo-Kazooie. Real quick, and then I'm gonna come to K-Bum. I'm gonna let you read what K-Bum said. D2K said Banjo-Kazooie was a game I didn't want to play again after I beat it. Super Mario 3D World was another I didn't even want to 100% it. I don't blame you. I like Banjo-Kazooie, but yeah, I wouldn't play through Banjo. Well, no, I'm going to take that back. If they overhaul Banjo-Kazooie, I'll play that again. I like Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie was a dope game. Funny as crap. I like Banjo-Kazooie. Actually, let me ask this question real quick. Was Banjo-Kazooie low-key better than Super Mario 64?
Never beat it. Didn't really play it that much.
You never played Banjo-Kazooie?
I never really got into it.
Oh, bro. That's an interesting. D2K, whoever played Banjo-Kazooie on the N64 and played Mario 64, my question is, was Banjo-Kazooie low-key better than Mario 64? I just want y'all to answer that. What would you finna say about K-Bum? You said you disagree with D2K about Mario 3, but you said something about K-Bum.
No, I was saying that K-Bum brought up something very interesting. He said, as a story-driven gamer, I wouldn't want to replay most games I've played. And
True.
That's interesting though, because it's like once you know the story, it's like why even go back to it unless that gameplay is like really catching you. But I agree with that. Like, I know what's going to happen. Like, I'm ready to move on to something. It's kind of like, where do I want to put my time at? And I've already put my time into this story. So.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I'm going to step back.
All right. D2K.
I'm going to let you
D2K said I'm on class. Let me, I didn't say it was. I said, is it low key? Now, let me explain myself. There are some things that Banjo-Kazooie did that bested Mario 64. I'm not going to say it was a better game than Mario 64. I'm not going to say the controls was on par with Mario 64 controls. But what Banjo-Kazooie was doing had some low-key better ideas than Mario 64. Some of the stages that you was on, some of the ideas absolutely borrowed heavy from Mario 64. But some of them stages, some of the boss fights, some of the puzzles, the addition of the partner and all that it offered. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Banjo-Kazooie wasn't a deal. And I'm not gonna say for me personally it was better than 64, but it had some low key moments that were better than 64. Mario 64. I gotta say that. I do. I can't. I don't think it's blasphemy, D2K, but I'm not gonna argue for it being better. But I think we sleep. I think we ain't remembering Banjo-Kazooie, that original Banjo-Kazooie, like we should. That was a great game. That final boss was hard as heck. But they created a dope game. Now there is a game that I would want to see remade, and I'd be curious if I would want to play it. And that's the Star Fox Adventures.
Yeah,
that was another one that was a dope game that I didn't. I think they released it too late into the GameCube's life, and that's the only reason I didn't finish. I moved on from the GameCube.
I would have loved to have seen it in its original form as Dinosaur Planet, though. I really did. I wanted to see that. I remember going and looking at those magazines, thinking like, "Ooh, I can't wait to play this." And then one year before the GameCube, or a few years before the GameCube came out, they changed it. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna still give it a try." You know, it's Star Fox now, but I was really digging the Dinosaur Planet, and I think it was originally on the N64.
Yeah. Yeah, I may need to go back and look at Banjo-Kazooie again. D2K is arguing too hard to making me feel like I'm tripping. But what I remember about Banjo-Kazooie, I remember thoroughly enjoying that game. Real talk. Like, it was a good game. And what I was impressed by was the stages. Like, I remember the underwater stage with the submarine I remember the ice stage. I remember the hunted. When you were using basically like a hunted area. Like there was a lot of character. That's what I'm saying. There was a lot of character in Banjo-Kazooie that wasn't in 64. Banjo-Kazooie had a lot of character about it. It was like Mario was straightforward, but it was fun as heck. It was dope. Like the best 3D platformer I've ever played is Mario 64. But Banjo-Kazooie had character that made me extremely fond of it. While I was still say that Mario was better, there was a level of character and creativity and wonkiness about Banjo-Kazooie that I thought stood out, that gave it some edges over Mario 64. I guess I'll say it like that. The only Banjo experience I had is from Diddy Kong Racing. Okay. Was Diddy Kong Racing better than Mario Kart? Let's go there. Anyway. Same Diddy Kong Racing and Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's another good game. Conker's Bad Fur Day is good too.
They did remake that one.
Yeah, they put that on Xbox. Yeah. And I don't think they did a good job either. Can you throw baby penguins off a cliff though? No, I don't think you can. We need an HD remake of Diddy Kong Racing. I like that better than what. Ooh! Yes, I said it. All right.
Hey,
D2K.
honestly, that's the direction that Nintendo needs to go with Mario Kart. They got to give a story. They had more stuff. Mario Kart is just racing.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't play Diddy Racing. Because I thought it was just a cheap Mario Kart. I thought it was just a wannabe Mario Kart.
No.
Wasn't that good?
It was so much more stuff to it than just racing. I think that was the one. I think hopefully I'm not getting this wrong, you could fly in that game.
Yeah, you could.
Like they had so much more stuff that Mario Kart finally got years later.
Wow. Y'all this is crazy. See, man, it's so many games on the 64 because they were so freaking expensive. Like, people talk about games today. Dude, I paid $99 for WCW versus NWO. Them games were not cheap on the 64. So, you know, that was my first job era. That's when I first started working. And brother was only getting paid $4 an hour at that time, bussing tables. And one game could be your whole check. So, you know, I was being very intentional about what I was buying at that time. So, no, I didn't buy. I never played Diddy's Racing. I played it, but not long enough to say whether I liked it more than Mario Kart.
Now you see why Microsoft was trying to. Yeah, it had boss battles.
Yeah.
Now you see why Microsoft was trying to get them. Like, if we get this, we can put Nintendo out.
I mean, look, Rare has some gems, man. Rare, to me, Star Fox Adventures at that time was better than I think graphically. Everything about that game was, if not better than Twilight Princess, was on par with it. I say it was better. Visually,
say it again.
Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube, I would say in many ways was better than Twilight Princess.
Now you know why Miyamoto stepped in and said, put Fox in the game. Yeah. If you like, we're going back and forth about games on the Nintendo 64 where Rare was competing with Nintendo. One thing that they didn't want them to compete with was a Zelda.
Yeah, like
you can't outdo us with Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, now it was also hard too. It was a hard game, but visually, it was the graphics was crazy. Like I said, it just came too close to the end of the GameCube life, and I was just so. I'm gonna be honest. I was just so personally embarrassed by the GameCube, and the N64 came into my world. Not the N64, but the I got the 360, Xbox 360, and kind of my GameCube kind of went to the left for a little bit. So and that was before because the Xbox 360 came out a year before the Wii and everything. So let me see. My brother would trade video games with his friends. That's how we played the original Smash. Okay, I liked the original Smash. It was cool. I was a child and we were poor, so I couldn't choose what games I played. I got what I got. Yeah, I guess. I mean, at that time I had a job, so Pops had been stopped buying us games.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't really know what Smash Brothers was until late.
No,
I didn't even know what that was. I remember seeing the commercials. I thought I was like, that's funny. Never knew what game it was talking about though.
DJK said I was working full time by then, so I was able to buy N64. Yeah, me and DJK on the same thing. I was working full. I wasn't working full time, but I was working at a place called it was a Mexican restaurant, El Chico's. I was working at El Chico's, and then I got on at Sony's, not Sony's, but what is it? Shoney's, yeah, Shoney's restaurant. And then I got on a Blockbuster. And once I got on a Blockbuster, I wasn't buying nothing. I was renting just about everything about that time. But I was able to play. Yeah, I was able to play the games I wanted. Now the game, glad I thought about this. The game that they can bring back, if they just upgraded it and visual, is Killer Instinct Gold. They can bring that back today, and I get it. Wave Race, the original Wave Race, they overhauled it with great graphics. I would buy that game.
Blue Dolphin? You know, like Blue Dolphin or Blue Storm, whatever it's called?
No, Blue Storm was blue trash. I tried to, but that original Wave Race, the music, the physics, only thing that's problematic with that game is it visually does not age well. Like, man, it was squares and triangles, but it was something about that music in that game, man. Boy, you talking about, man, cranking up them little cheap tube TV speakers and zoning out on the game. Boy, I love the Wave Race. One of the best racing games ever.
I didn't play it that much, so I have no. I didn't know. Star Fox 64 had multiplayer until the GameCube came out. I was like, this game got multiplayer?
I didn't know that. That's the first. It did?
Yeah.
I
went over to a friend's house and he was like, man, you want to play Star Fox? And I was like, how? We passed in control? He's like, no. And we was flying and shooting each other. I was like, that was possible?
On the 64?
I never knew that. On the 64.
Dang. I didn't know that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I never played Blast Corp, DJK. And that's a game I never understood why people. I never played it though. I never played the original Star Fox. I played it one time. I never played it to where my first introduction to Star Fox was Star Fox 64, and that was a game, especially with that Rumble Pack. Oh, that was like, bro. I thought I was in a movie with that with Star Fox 64. 64 was just a dope system, man. Let me see. Me and my brothers used to do dog fights. I did not know 64 had 2-player. Wow.
4-player.
It had 4-player with Star Fox?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's a first. I'm going to have to go look that up. Okay, let me ask this then. And we can get out. We just milking time. We close to being done. What game, and I don't care what platform, it could be PlayStation, but from that PlayStation 2, the OG Xbox, GameCube, 64, from that era, those two eras, What game would you like to see remade, remastered?
You said PlayStation and what? Say it again.
I said the PlayStation 2, the OG Xbox, not 360, OG Xbox, and then the 64 GameCube. That's that era. What game, because that was in the 3D, that was the first really getting into 3D spaces. What game would you want to see remade and remastered from the same game, but just remake it, remaster it, that you would play today? Don't change nothing but just the visuals.
Just the visuals. I don't know. You lead it off. Let me think about this one.
Def Jam Vendetta. Def Jam Fight for New York. Definitely got to get remade. I want them games so bad. I'm like, man, just give me that. Like I said, Wave Race. Star Fox Assault. Nia, I didn't like Star Fox Assault. Star Fox, the original, the second Star Fox on 64. I would love for that game to just get remade and graphically overhauled. I'm trying to think of some other games. Banjo-Kazooie. I would love to see that get remade with HD and the models done, but keep the game pretty much close to what it was. Ocarina of Time.
List of games.
Ocarina of Time. I would say God of War 2. It's a game on the PlayStation. I don't know if y'all remember Mark of Cree. Is that what it's called?
Mark of.
You remember that game?
I've heard. I don't remember. I heard of it though.
Bro, that's a dope game, bro. Like, if you want to know where Assassin's Creed and Batman and all them got they model for combat from, it was Mark of Cree. Like, you fighting in like a 3D space, and you got people attacking you all from different angles, and based on the angle they attacked you from, you push that particular button. Like, so if they attack you from the right, you'll push the O to counter. If they was attacking you from the left, you'll push the square to counter. If they was attacking you from the top, you push the triangle to counter. I think the triangle's up top. And then, of course, from the south, you'll push the X. And, bro, you would think, I don't know who, let me see if I can find that game real quick. I know K-Bum know what I'm talking about. Mark of Cree.
I agree with Mystical Ninja, man. That was a sleeper, man.
I never got into Mystical Ninja, but I played it though. Let me see. Mark of
Jet Force Gemini.
I think that's what it was. PlayStation 2. One of the best games I ever played, bro. It's a absolutely underappreciated title. I don't know how many people remember this game, but yeah, I love this game. Mark of Cree. See, that's what I like about PlayStation and Microsoft. You can play their games on YouTube on your stuff, and they ain't gonna hit you with a copyright. Let me see. So, hold up.
The tale to tell. Transparent. But first, I must know that you've learned well.
I can't believe you never played this.
Your first mission, then see the sage.
A lot of the PlayStation 2 games I missed.
Press the start button.
I borrowed my PlayStation. I think this is the PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken. This might be PlayStation. No, this is PlayStation 2. Or was this the original PlayStation? It's PlayStation 2. But dude, if you want to see the combat that Assassin's Creed and Batman and all them got their idea from, it was this game.
Before each new mission, and I'll see to it you are prepared for the job.
Right, Nia, right. Like I was looking at this list, and a lot of these, because I wanted to say Metroid Prime, that got a remaster.
Yeah, that got a remaster. This hasn't gotten a remaster. This is. I think it should. I'm trying to get to where some bosses. I love this game. See how you see how like each boss is a different button on your, so you're not, so one boss is square, one boss is triangle, one boss is, you know, it's pretty dope, man. But yeah, Marker Cree, they can remake that today. What else? So what you got? I'm looking down in the comment section. We get out of here. So I see Mystical Ninja 64. I can't play that. Is that a Nintendo?
They did have a sequel, Rise of Kazi.
Yeah, it did. I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of some other games down here. So what you got, Keith, and then we get out of here.
Man, with my list, I had a list of games. Hold on. I can't say Perfect Dark. Microsoft already messed that up. A lot of the games that I would have wanted to play have been. I said Jet Force Gemini. I don't know if they did a remake on that.
Can I show Jet Force Gemini? I should be able to.
You should, but that's a Microsoft game now. Jet Force Gemini was one that I had pulled. Let me go back.
I played this game, but
1080 snowboarding.
1080, okay.
I forgot about that one. No, that's
what
not
about
one
Eternal
I want to remake.
Darkness?
That's what I was gonna say. Eternal Darkness. It's a game called Killer 7. That was a part of the Capcom 5, I believe. Or was it? I know Beautiful Joe was. I think Killer 7 was. Yeah, Eternal Darkness would be dope today.
Yeah, I don't know why Nintendo hasn't revisited Eternal Darkness. Perfect Dark got a didn't it on the Xbox 360?
Perfect Dark?
Yeah.
I think they did an HD version.
I never played.
Look, even Tales of Symphonia has a remake. Like a lot of these games have already Paper Mario is coming back out this year.
This game,
like a lot of these games have already came back out.
This game was so ugly to me, man. I couldn't get into it. It just looked so bad at that time.
What is this?
Jet Force Gemini.
Oh yeah, it did, and the controls were trash.
Yeah, I couldn't get into this game.
By today's standards, at that time, that was it. That was the game.
Man, I couldn't get into it. It was ugly to me then. I was like, ugh. Like the walls was melting like they just threw real for real ice cream up. It's like this was an unnormally ugly game to me. Even for that day, this was an extremely ugly game. And I guess it was trying to be more stylish, but to me it just was ugly and milky. It didn't look right, and I couldn't get into it. What was the other one you said?
I'll say this because you didn't classify this game, but I would love to get a Metroid, Super Metroid remake.
Oh,
same 2D style, just that Metroid Dread graphic.
I got another
overall.
confession. I never played Perfect Dark. I never played Perfect Dark.
GoldenEye?
Perfect
play
Dark.
GoldenEye?
I played GoldenEye. I didn't play Perfect Dark. And
at least you played GoldenEye.
Yeah, it came because it came towards the end of the N64, and them games was expensive, so I didn't play it. Can I play Perfect Dark on the Nintendo 64?
You can play it.
I should be able to. I can't play the 64 version.
Oh, I wouldn't play the N64 version. You wouldn't even want to see the N64 version because you can't see it because it's a blurry mess.
I was just looking at it. It looked like
you can't even see it.
Square booties and triangle shoulders. I was like, man.
Yeah, play Perfect Dark Zero.
GoldenEye was the go. Yeah, GoldenEye was dope. I'm playing it on Xbox. Yeah, so this is the remake right here, Perfect Dark on the Xbox. I don't know if it's the Xbox 360 or just original Xbox. But yeah, that's all I got. Any more in the comment section? I don't see anybody saying anything, so we'll get ready to get out of here. We'll look at this for a little while. See what it says. Perfect Dark. I don't.
It's been some years. I don't remember. I don't know what you're looking at.
This is just a Perfect Dark announcement trailer. Oh, this ain't Perfect Dark. This is an announcement trailer. They didn't.
Like you looking at the ISS.
This is a comparison though. I can play this. N64 versus Xbox 360 side by side comparison.
Didn't they do that with the Halo Master Chief Collection?
What's that?
E2K said he would go to see an original Halo remade.
That'd be dope.
But don't they do that with the Halo Master Chief Collection? But they overhaul the graphics?
I don't know. I know they did it with Gears of War. They overhauled the first Gears of War, which that was a good game, man. I don't care what nobody say. The first Gears of War was dope. I thoroughly enjoyed the first Gears of War. This looks, even on the 64, this looks horrible.
Copy.
I think Nintendo was stupid for letting Rare go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were stupid for that. Because that'd be a perfect studio to have right now with these titles. Could you imagine Nintendo still having Perfect Dark, still having Killer Instinct, still having Banjo-Kazooie and all them characters that they had? Like, bro, this ain't nothing but GoldenEye.
I think Perfect Dark would have benefited from being third person.
Oh yeah,
and not because I want to look at Joanna. I just think that the stealth. I think she's more stealthy.
Yeah, this is just GoldenEye. This is just GoldenEye. But anyway, no, I never played Perfect Dark. It don't look much better on the 360. It looks better, don't get me wrong, but not much better.
Are you looking at Zero?
Huh?
Perfect Dark Zero?
I'm looking at Perfect Dark that's the remake, the original. Did Zero ever come out?
I think that's what I'm looking at.
Let me see.
Yeah, Perfect Dark Zero.
I heard it was trash, wasn't it? Okay. Alrighty.
You're silly.
All they would do is put Killer Instinct characters in. Hey, I ain't mad at that. But no, man, I don't think they should have ever let Rare go. Maybe we could talk about that next week. Was it smart for Nintendo to let Rare go? Because I just look at where they at today and having, like, a lot of these titles we looking at would have been perfect for Nintendo. And like you said, DK, yeah, I would put Perfect Dark in a third person setting. You got your Lara Croft right there.
Yep.
That's your serious. That could be your graphical showpiece. Like, yeah, because Nintendo really don't have no games. I mean, yeah, Metroid, but I guess it's only gonna be one action-packed woman on this platform. But
you forgot about Princess Peach. Showtime.
They trying to make her action-packed, but yeah, they can keep Showtime. I don't even see nobody even playing that game. I wonder if the sales for that game gonna be bad.
Probably.
Yeah, I wonder if that's gonna shock Nintendo that the sales for that they should have helped that game into the new system. To be honest with you.
Oh man! Speaking of Captain Falcon, I've always dreamt of a third person game with him, with that character, and then you're like doing stuff, and then you're doing stuff.
This game looks terrible, man. It's slow. golly, everything is extremely
Mia
slow.
is going to continue to hate on anytime you bring up that game. She's gonna say nobody cares. Ain't no.
What's that? What game was that?
Talk about that Princess Peach game.
Nobody do care
I
about
brought it up earlier. She was like, "Don't nobody care about that game."
All right. So we gonna wrap this thing up. K-Bum, don't listen to this podcast. Avoid by all means. DJ K kind of spilled the beans in the comment section. But yeah, man, go ahead and sign out, Mr. Norris.
Yes. Kind of light in the news today, but I think that last topic was pretty fun. Brought a lot of memories. And Nintendo showing their cards by releasing some of these games. So, we on the way out. What was I gonna say? Fallout is out if you got Amazon Prime. I haven't seen it. I would love to see it, but yeah, new video game, TV show. We always come out for those. I heard that the latest X-Men episode was pretty dope. I haven't seen it. I'm probably gonna get off here and go watch it. But yeah, it was good as always, chopping it up with the people, and that's all I have to say. I think.
All right. Yeah, I gotta finish. I started back up X-Men last night with the double jeans, and Sinister. I gotta go watch it again and then finish it out. I gotta catch up on Shogun, man. Finish that out as well. But yeah, good show tonight, man. Enjoyed your Keith as always. We held it down, got some Nintendo talk in without, the hater himself being here to shut it all down with his silence. Man. Anyway, I want to send a shout out to D2K. Thank you for coming on tonight. Miss Nia. Thank you for being here on the night, and all the rest that tuned in and jumped in and out. Like Keith said, not a lot to talk about tonight, but we didn't want to skip, so we just kind of, whatever we could pull, we pulled in, So thank y'all for tuning in. We out this piece.
Yeah, I do got one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
I don't normally announce stuff like this, but my kids wanted to make a song, so we're working on a song. I think it's kind of cool. Like I said, I don't normally announce stuff like this. Something that they came up with, so it's real kid friendly. Whenever we finish it, I think I'm gonna let y'all hear it. It's kind of cool, man.
All right.
Cool.
All right, well, we'll play it live on the show.
Absolutely.
I got my girls into that type of stuff too. But we out of this joint. See y'all next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, Mr. K-Bum 20 is back. But till then, y'all be blessed. Deuces.
We got smacked. We got smacked. We got smacked. We got smashed, bros, though.